guided us into St. Augustine. As always, we get excited when they show up and are happy to have them playing in our bow wave. Since we were residing at the Conch House Marina and Resort for our 3-week stay, we took the first channel to port as we came through the inlet. Two days after our arrival, our buddy boat for many months headed home. We were sad to part company with Voyager, but with one set of friends leaving, we had another arriving. We again had the company of Max and Deborah, and we would spend the next week exploring St. Augustine's tourist sites together. Alright, so we're doing this tourist thing today in St. Augustine. We're heading God knows where, but I think we're going to eat first. So we're going to try Colombia Spanish restaurant. How is that food, bud? We also have a penchant for touristy activities. Some might consider them to be tourist traps, but we love them just the same.
And our cooking is of that period.
So I'm in St. Augustine here on the weekend. It's really busy. It's probably the first true summer weekend here in South Florida or North Florida. And it's busy. Our tour of St. Augustine in the Fountain of Youth, possibly. We're going to do an Old Town trolley tour. One of our stops was the Governor's House. Originally built in the late 1500s, it had several rebuilds through the years, and now houses a museum and cultural center. That museum lays out the history of the Spanish in the area, along with information on the tribes that held this land prior to the Spanish arrival. It's a stop you should make if you want to understand the highlights of St. Augustine's long history. All right, this concludes our tour of the fort. Is everybody happy to go eat now? Catch 27, fantastic. It's the best meal I've had in St. Augustine. Local sourced, on the table type restaurant, just outstanding. Well, over there, can't see it, but that's our boat.
How are you today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. Got a lovely view today. Great breeze.
Yep. All right, me and Wyatt made it.
The Tower of Terror.
Turn. We made it to the top of the lighthouse. Now we're gonna have to go down 288 steps. Should be fun.
Down's even worse. Going up. It's scarier. The portals are our source of light at nighttime.
Oh, yeah?
The lens comes on, this creates the glow, and it's the only light that should go down into the lighthouse.
It's hard to start.
It can flatten the gears.
Yeah.
So we keep it turning all the time. Comes on every night on a photo cell at dusk.
That's pretty neat.
It's dusk to dawn.
Aside from the lighthouse, there's a pretty nice little nature trail that you can get out of the sun and into some shade. If you find that you need air conditioning, one of the exhibits, it's actually the Coast Guard art exhibit. It has by far the best air conditioning on site and maybe the best air conditioning ever. When you leave there, you'll definitely be frosting your sunglasses and you wish you were back in it, no doubt about it. All right, here we are at the alligator farm. Once again, the same tour group, pretzel leader, Max. Ooh, they got a little box to make it even hotter than it is normally. White gators. I'm gonna have to say this is the first time I've ever paid to see alligators. I used to just find them. But I guess when in St. Augustine, do as St. Augustine peoples do, or at least tourists do.
This turtle right here is looking at me. Deborah, you talk to it.
There we go. He actually flips.
Wyatt, go over there and see if he'll look at you. There he is.
There we go.
Oh, look.
That one moved too.
Okay.
No, you should move too. Oh, that one blinked.
All right.
Always build your nest over alligators. They like it.
you guys doing today? Fantastic. So welcome to the St Augustine Alligator Farm. My name is Robert, and this is our amazing show that we call the Reinforced Brenna, come on, sweetie, if you want to. Okay, Matthew, let's make sure we get a picture of you this time. All right, buddy, go ahead.
So those whole varieties that they have going on in the wild, it's going to have lots of things that those pellets don't have in them. There's lots of fur, fiber, guts, bones. You're going to
Max and Deborah are leaving after 9 days here at the Conch House Marina and Resort. We didn't do too much resorting. We stayed a lot on the boat and toured St. Augustine. I know it was a pleasure having them here, and it's too bad that they have to leave, and I'm sure we'll see them in a few weeks back in Greenville.